I'm Tilly, and this is my Instagram progression demonstration presentation. So I'll be going through identification of project stakeholders, the formal requirements documentation, the overall system architecture, which is followed up by the key components and interaction, an updated time schedule which will have a new Gantt chart and then an updated version of my PPRS time schedule, and then I'll have my conclusion, which will include the progression I've made and my next steps. So first off, we have the key stakeholders, which are the primary users, and then there's me, the developer. So the primary users include students, young professionals, and older adults, and then the developer is me. I'll be have been developing the front end and back end components, and I'll also be doing the database. So primary users, like I said earlier, they are the students and young professionals as well as older adults. They are individuals who want to store, organize, and retrieve personal memories, and they can use it as a journal, whatever they would like to. Their role and interest, they are the main users, and they'll be relying on the platform for memory preservation. They need a secure, intuitive, and accessible interface, especially for older adults. They would probably prefer a minimal UI design, which goes into the influence on development. I sent out a survey and asked a few friends, and user feedback helped shape the UI UX design for ease of use. People, they wanted a minimal interface. They didn't want too much going on. And then there's the developer. This is me. I'll be responsible for developing the front end and back end components, as well as the database. My role and interests, I will be ensuring that the platform functions smoothly and meets requirements. And like I just said, I'm responsible for building, maintaining, and optimizing the system. So for the influence on development, I actually changed to React.js for the front end and Node.js for the back end. Whereas in the PPRS, I did say that I'd be using Django since I was more familiar with that for the back end. But due to research and Node.js working better and Mongo database being better as well, I decided to swap to that. React.js I swapped to because it just made it a lot smoother for the website with the different links, and it just worked better. For the requirements and documentation, so these are the requirements I have and if they're implemented, in progress, or pending. So the user-friendly interface I've implemented, I've designed, I have a mock-up. For my prototype, most of the user interface is somewhat done. It just needs editing and there's a few things that need to be added, but apart from that, it's all been implemented. The memory upload and storage has been implemented, so you can upload photo images, there's a diary, you can do voice notes. Then we have the user registration and authentication, that's been implemented. This was using Mongo database. And then we have scalability and performance, that's in progress, and that will be in progress for a while, just so that once the back end and everything's fully done, I'll be testing it out and stuff. Then we have the search and filter memories. This is pending. I've not added this just yet. Then we have notification reminders. This as well is pending. And organizing, categorizing memories. This as well is pending. You can add captions for the photos, but you can't exactly organize them just yet. I'm still working on that. For the functional requirements, I have the user registration authentication, so the users must be able to sign up, log in, and manage their accounts. I haven't added the multi-factor authentication yet, but this will be added later on. We have the memory upload and storage, so the users can upload and store memories in various formats. This one, like I just said, has been implemented. The only thing that needs editing is the audio. I've implemented it's there. It's just there's a slight bug that I need to fix. Then we have the search and filter memories, so the users can search for the memories and keywords, tags and dates. This one is still pending. I'm going to work on that soon. We have organizing and categorizing memories, so I want the users to be able to create folders and tags. For now, all they can do is add captions, but I want them to be able to add people to each memory as well. And then there's the notification and reminders, so I want them to be able to receive reminders about significant past memories. That one is still pending. For the non-functional requirements, I have scalability and performance. So the system must handle multiple users without performance degradation. But this one is still in progress. It will be in progress until, again, everything's done and finished, including the backend and the databases. And then there's the user-friendly interface. This one has been implemented. Again, I have a mock-up, and then I've coded most of it. I just need to finish everything for each page, because right now I was focusing more on yes. Then we have system architecture. So the system overview, if it was a 3-tier structure, there will be the front end, the back end, and database. And I'll be going more into detail about what I'm expecting for each one. So the front end has been built using React.js for a dynamic and responsive UI. The features include memory uploading, tagging, filtering, and search, and it ensures a seamless user experience. The backend, this will handle user authentication, data processing, and system logic. It will provide APIs for the front-end interaction, and it's also implement privacy and security mechanisms. I will be talking more about the backend for my time schedule, because I extended the amount of time it will take me. Database, this stores user-generated content, so the text, the images, and the videos, as well as the audio. It will maintain metadata, so tags, timestamps, but I've not implemented this one just yet. This one's pending, and it will ensure data integrity. So key components and interaction, the user authentication module, secure sign-up, login, and session management is what's expected. Memory management system, users will be able to upload, edit, and delete memories. This one is somewhat implemented. The user will be able to categorize with tags, keywords, and person associations. There will be a search and filter mechanism, so they'll have a full text search for easy retrieval of the memories. Now, for the updated time schedule, I've included a new Gantt chart, and then I've included there's the same time schedule that I use for my PPRS. It's just showing what's the progress is for each one, for each point. The key adjustments I made are for the front end and back end development, so there are delays. I've added minor extensions to refine the features. I need to work on the back end quite a bit, but this doesn't affect the final submission date. It just means I'll be spending more time on the back end than expected, as well as the database. I'm using Mongo database now, so I'm still figuring out how to get everything to work perfectly. So this is the time schedule that I use again for the PPRS. I've added when it starts, so it started the first week starts on the 1st of November last year. We had the project planning and research that's completed. We had the requirements gathering and initial design that's been completed. And we had development of core features that's still in progress. It's pretty much completed. I just need to implement the timeline and figure out how I'm doing that. But apart from that, everything, all of the other core features are completed. We have the prototype testing and refinement that's in progress. We have advanced feature development, and that'll be done after the prototype. And then we have the final testing and quality assurance. That'll be done when everything is completed. It'll be the final testing. I then updated the Gantt chart. Well, I didn't update it, I just changed the Gantt chart because my PPRS Gantt chart wasn't about, it was more for deadlines. It wasn't like specific things. So I've got a larger image here to make it more clear. I have the system design and architecture. These are the dates. Let me go back because the image has moved, so I might need to change that. Okay, this is January, this is February, this is March, this is April. We have the system design architecture, that's done. The requirements gathering is done. The prototype submission, that's coming up. That's just a 1 day. That's on the 13th. We have project planning and research, that's done. And now these ones are the incomplete ones or in progress. We have the front-end development, which I aim to be finished with by the beginning or middle of March. Preferably in the middle of March, I will be done with it. I have the back-end development, which will be longer than the front-end development because I am better at front-end and there's a lot more to do for the back-end than front-end. That I aim to be done by the end of March or beginning of April. The final adjustments will be in the middle of April, as well as integration and testing. And then I aim to submit my work by, the deadline is the 28th of April, but I'm aiming to submit it around the 20th. As soon as I'm finished and everything's done, my report is done, that's when I'll be submitting it. So this is my conclusion page. It just talks about my project progress and the next steps. So the progress I've made, I've included the core features like memory upload. They've all been implemented. Like I said earlier, the only one that hasn't is the timeline, but that will take a day and I'll be done with it. I have the user interface design. It's functional and responsive. The next steps are fixing up the backend and the database. I have issues, but I need to ensure that they're fixed for seamless functionality. I then need to develop and integrate the timeline feature, like I just said, for better user experience. And I will then be conducting the final testing and debugging to prepare for the submission, for the final submission. And that's the end. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Normally I would ask if you have any questions, but because this is a recorded one, I can't exactly do that. But if you do have any questions, you can feel free to email me or yeah. Thank you for your time and goodbye.